Hi guys, it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is 7 o'clock on Saturday evening, which means time for us to have a little video tutorial. So let me just double check off to the left here that we are doing something. Looks like we're out on the interwebs, which is always a good thing. So I've got a fun little fun fold. It's one that I did, oh gosh, probably a year or so ago, it seems like now, but I wanted to bring it back because I really like it, and I really like it with this gorgeous Berry Blessings, Berry Delightful DSP. Hi Glenda, hi Pam, hi Amy, appreciate you joining. Hi Rosie, hi Jenny. So it's kind of fun. It fits in a regular size envelope, as you can see, which is always a good thing for me. And it has some of the pretty paper on the front, and then you turn it around and you've got the back all beautiful as well. So, you know, it doesn't really have an inside or an outside. It's got a front and a back. All right. And I've also played with the curvy dies, which are still available to you. They're in the catalog, in the mini catalog. And I've used this die. I'll show you what I did in just 1 second. So let's set these things aside. And here's obviously our envelope decorated because, you know, no naked envelopes. That's just a thing. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. I probably missed a few folks. Sorry about that. Hey, Alicia. Ooh, you can keep your snow, kid. It's all yours. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Faith. Hi, Claudia. Kathy. Jean. Appreciate you joining. Okay. I've got a few things already cut. So this starts, the card base for this one is shaded spruce, but you're going to want 4 1/4 by 11. And then you're going to use your score tool. You could use your trimmer if you wanted to, use the scoring blade on your trimmer, but since I have a score, the Simply Scored, I'm going to use it. And you put the long side across the top, and we're going to score at 2 1/4. And we're going to score at 3 3/8. 3 3/8. Let me make sure that's right, because that doesn't feel right. I wrote 3/5. That's not even a thing. That's not even a thing. Hang on just a second. Let me double check. I think it's going to be 3 5/8. Boy, I'm losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. How handy that I happen to have another perfectly sized piece all ready to go. Anticipating screwing that up. Okay, 2. Let's try again. And we've rewound. Okay, 2 1/4, 3 5/8, 7 3/8. And the final is at 8 3/4. And that's all we need this for. Hi, Catherine. Appreciate you joining. Hi, Jerry. Hello, Denise. Hi, Sue. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so basically you're just going to do a little folding here and create this, the Z, if you will, or the W, or the 2 V's and a P and a Q and an R. However you want to look at this, whichever you think it should be called, then that is what you can call it, because it is your card. And I'm going to find my bone folder because it has disappeared. It's gone walkabout. Here we go. See, you should never try to tidy up your desk. When you tidy up your desk, everything disappears. All right, so there's the fold. You can see this is the front, this is the back. And now it's just really kind of a matter of matting some things, and I've got some pieces of cardstock already cut. Now let me show you how I cut my card front. I took 2 identically pieced, and I'm going to put these together, 2 identically pieced pieces of the Berry Delightful DSP. You can actually see they were the front and the back, and before they were cut they were like this, and I put them together like so. Just stacked them up, pretend there's no cut there. And then I took the this die right here, and I ran it through the cutter, okay? And when you get done with that, you have 4 pieces, and so you can actually make 4 cards, or 2 cards with this, just like this. So one would have this card front, and one would have this card front. Fun, right? So 2 cards, 1 cut, you're good to go. All right, and we're going to mat everything on Flirty Flamingo. Hello, Vicky. All right, so let's go ahead and start doing some mattifying. All right. I hope everybody's got decent weather. It was a pretty day, real sunny and pretty, except that you could see the clouds starting to come in when we went to feed. It was starting to get clouded up. So it's really thinking about, raining. It's going to rain overnight, a little chilly. All right, you can see that I've done a little different than I did on the sample, which is fine because it's just fun. It's a fun way to do this. And it's only different in that my dots, you see my dots? My dots on the sample were on the plaid piece, and my dots on this one are on the flowery side. The flowery side, as it was. So I'm going to punch a couple, I got a couple little hanging chads that did not give up the ghost here. So we're just going to poke them out. And the fact that I'm using my paper snips should tell you that currently I don't have eyeballs on my tweezers, which is weird, but I'm sure they're around here somewhere. It's about time for another pair of tweezers, I think. Gonna need another pair of tweezers. All right, there we go. Lots of hanging chads now. Everywhere, they're everywhere, they're everywhere. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and just put this down, and it actually just fits right up against that other cut. And perfect. Parfait, as I say. Parfait, they say. Alrighty, done. 78, goodness. Goodness. Snow for Karen K and rain for Karen I. Nice. Hey, Daryl, appreciate you joining. All right, we'll go ahead and put this on the front. I mean, this is really not a very complicated card, right? I mean, obviously it's just a couple of scores, a couple of folds, and matting some paper. Probably the only tricky part is that cut, and even that isn't tricky, okay? So we'll just do that like so, and let it think about what it's doing while we mat up our little side panels. Now, this paper does have an up and a down. I prefer to see the leaves going up, so that's how I'm going to attempt to remember to put them on when I glue them to the card. Maybe. We'll see if that works. Isn't this pretty, though? Shaded Spruce and Flirty Flamingo. I like that color combination a lot. A lot. All right, all these card cuts will be on the blog tomorrow, so you don't need to worry about that, as well as the replay. All right, do you guys realize that we are halfway through Celebration, like, as of tomorrow? Actually, since February only has 28 days, maybe it could have been, like, the day before yesterday. Okay, so let's put these on right side up, and we'll just put them on there. Now, I think if you really, really, really wanted to, you could probably mat a piece of DSP there, but I think that would be a little bulky. Now, I do suggest when you're putting this panel on that you try to align the mats, the top of the mat on the center with the top of the mat on the side. Okay? Just because it's just a cleaner look if you do that. If it doesn't work out, well, you know. 50s in Montana? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You'll have to break out the swimsuits and shorts and t-shirts and stuff. Wow. All right, and then we'll do the same over here. And before it gets really in place, just fold that up to be sure it is lining up the way I want it to line up. I want what I want, you know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Do it my way. Oh, and look at that. I even got the leaves all right side up and stuff. Yay me. Yay me. Yay me. Okay. All right. Put that aside now. And let's go ahead and get the sentiment out of the way. This is, in theory, it is a 5-inch wide piece of basic white, and I am going to stamp it with thank you, and I'm going to stamp it with thank you in Shaded Spruce, like so. Well, there you go. Oh, shoot. Ooh, that was good. Which paper pack don't you have, Linda? Snow coming to Debbie. Whoo, dude, you guys can just keep your snow. I mean, I know there are some people that like snow, but I am not really that person. I like snow, but I want it gone, and I want it to just disintegrate. I don't want it to go to the mud phase. I hate the mud phase. The mud phase when you have horses is truly, ew. Hey, Barbara, appreciate you joining. Okay, now, again, I don't know that that's all still wet, but the darker colors do sometimes want to stay a little wet. So while it is thinking about what it's doing, i.e. drying, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping of some goodies that I am then going to punch with my Strawberry Builder Punch. Back of the catalog. So it's either Field and Flower, or it is Paper Blooms, one or the other. All right, I'm stamping 3 leaves in Shaded Spruce. And then I'm coming in with the fill in Granny Apple Green. Love the kind of snow that only falls on the grass. Okay. I did not know that was a thing, but, you know, I mean, I like it. Okay, and we'll just fill these with their Granny Apple Green. I love Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce together. One of my favorite combos. And I'm just going to pull this to me. If it's out of screen, I'm sorry, but I have to get a little better look at it than I can get when it's sitting out here. These things are important, and I know that you understand that. Okay, so there we go. Now we'll punch those out. Me want our snow to go away too, but 2 more months. Oh yeah, Michigan, I don't think you get to pick no snow. I really don't. Okay, so I was looking at that upside down, which was dumb. So we'll just cut that so that we can punch our leaves like so. I love this little punch. It's kind of fun. I love that it not only makes the berries, but it makes the leaves. It makes the little cap, the little strawberry cap, and it also makes the little flowers. Now let me show you a trick. When you get your little pieces of paper too little, take a sticky note and stick it on the edge of the cardstock like so. And I'm just going to cut that off because I don't need it and it's just going to be in my way. So we'll just put it on like so. And then we'll stick it in the punch. And then we can punchify it. See how handy that is? All right, and we'll give that a little punch. Okay, so now I have 3 leaves and a bunch of little pieces. And now I'm going to make us some flowers. I'm glad you've had a pretty decent winter there, Carol. That's good. All right, so I have the small little leaf there. Not leaf, that is a flower. You know how it's a flower? Because it has petals. And I'm going to stamp that on this little piece of Whisper White. Sorry, Basic White. Old Horse, New Tricks. And we'll see if I've got it anywhere close to something that I can punch out. That's the only trick with the builder punches, is getting the pieces where you can punch them without taking everything else out. Daryl is happy that it has not been a terrible winter. All right, I'm just using the little fill image for the flower, and I'm going to stamp 3 of these in full strength and 2 of them in second dimension. Okay, so stamped off once. But again, I need to pull it to me so that I have a chance of seeing it. Okay, there we go. And there we go. There we go. Okay, now we'll stamp off once and do this. That just gives you, that's a way to get a little different color variation without changing ink pads. But you do need to make sure you get a good first generation stamp or you'll have weirdness. Ask me how I know. Okay. Apparently in the bullseye of a nor'easter starting at 2 a.m. Oh, that sounds awful. I don't think that sounds at all good. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We may have to do a little bit of playing around, but we'll get it. We will get it because that is how we roll. We get stuff when we need it to be got. Okay, and then we'll go around like this. And we'll line it up The flower is really kind of the same on all the petals, which is nice because that means you can kind of line up however you need to do. But I do want it to look halfway decent. Okay, I got to hold my tongue just right. Okay, there we go. All right, there's 2 flowers. See, when they turn upside down, I kind of lose them. I can't see them anymore. It's like, did I just make a flower? Did I? I don't know. All right, here we go. Number 3. Number 3. Woof. Okay, we're going to do this. Did you see that? We're going to get all the way around all 5 of these without punching one of them when we didn't mean to. I better not say that until I'm done. Shh. Don't jinx me. Don't let me jinx my own self. Don't let me jinx my own self. Okay, here we go. Okay, everybody hold your breath. Okay. There we go. All right, so that's all the punching we need to do. We've got 5 flowers, 3 leaves, and a sentiment, which is like a partridge in a pear tree, but completely different. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to lay everything out like so. And I don't mind if my sentiment goes a little bit off the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip a banner. And in order to snip a banner without using one of the punches, if you'd like, thank you, Faith. Yes, thank you. Hey, Michelle. Just find the middle of your strip and snip up a little ways, and then snip from the corner to the end of that little cut that you just made. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now I can see that I can lay it out like that, and that's how it'll look folded. And so I'm going to put my leaves and whatnot, so I'll just go ahead and shorten my sentiment a little bit so that I'm not playing with quite so much. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere that with liquid glue. Like that, like that. I'm going to do it like that. All right. And there we go. And you can see I'm folding it so that I get an idea of how far off of the edge I'm going, and I'm good with that. That distance looks good to me. I like it. I just made it up. That's the one I like. That's the distance I like right there. Okay, now I'm going to put some leaves here, and I'm going to put some flowers, but I want to fix my flowers a little bit here. So let's take our flowers. Hey, Lenny, appreciate you joining. Hi, Lynn. So we had Lynn and Lenny. High 60s on the Gulf Coast of Alabama. Well, you know, that's pretty nice. We had that last week, and it was wonderful. The ponies were, well, the baby was swimming. She was hot enough that she decided she was going to pond a little bit. You might get a picture of that tomorrow. Okay, and I'm just rolling these up a little bit to give them a little dimension. Because flat flowers, that's not even a thing, is it? I don't think flowers are flat. Most flowers aren't flat. Flounders are flat, but not flowers. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, there's my Twizzlers. I found it. I found my Twizzlers. I'm just going to use liquid glue to adhere these little guys, because I don't need any extra dimension right now, because I'm going to have some dimensionals for the flowers themselves. All right, and a bow. So there's going to be some thickness on the front of the card. We'll go ahead and put that like so. And then where'd that third guy? Here he is. Here we go. Hi, Glenda. Thank you. Connie, I hope you enjoyed dinner and that you enjoy the replay. All right. We'll put that like so. All right. Now, before I get too far down the road, let me make my bow. You guys have to know I love you, because I do make bows in public for you. And I don't like to do that, because I just, it shows my ineptitude. So if I have to make this bow 12 times, just cope, okay? Just deal with it, all right? All right, yeah, see, I like a little more tag, a little more end. I suppose I could make my double rabbit ear, but I always feel like I have to say the rabbit goes around the pole and in the hole and down the tree and around the bend and all that other stuff. So I think that will be an adequate bow. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one flower on first, and then I'll put the bow on, and then we'll keep going. Thanks, Lynn. I know, this paper is gorgeous. I'm holding out hope that we'll see it again. That would be wonderful, I think. You know, they haven't called me, just so you know, they have not called me to ask if I think that would be wonderful. But if they do, I will say yes. Because I think a lot of people would like more of this without buying another stamp set. That's what I think. Okay, so now glue dots. We'll glue dot our bow right in the middle. Right there. Right there. Stay. Give him a little stickum. Right like that. Okay. And then we're gonna stick another couple of flowers. I'm gonna put, so what I want is I want this tail to miss my sentiment, and I want a flower right there. So the tail is almost being held by the flower, but not quite. Almost, but not quite. Not quite. Okay. Now, another glue dot on top of this flower, on top of the bow. I'm going to put a flower on top of the bow with a glue dot. And here he is. And our final flower, our final contestant today, will be going on the end of our sentiment banner. And to do that, I'm going to put some glue on the actual banner, not on the flower, because it's incredibly easy to get too much flower glue and then you stick your front to your back, and that's no good. Nobody wants that. Okay? Nobody wants that. I don't know. I think it's amazing. Okay, now what I did is I took my dark Mango Melody blend and I colored some rhinestones with it to make them kind of yellowish, kind of mango-ish, a little bit yellowish. And I'm going to put them on these small flowers. Maybe. Come here. There we go. I like rhinestones in the middle of my flowers. I just do. It's kind of cliche, but I like it. I like it. That one should have gotten its rhinestone before I put that last flower on. Don't be like me. Put your rhinestones on first. Okay? You could even put your rhinestones on before you adhere them to the card front, because that's crazy talk. That's just crazy town right there. All right, and we'll put one right there too. And a final one on our little sentiment dude. Okay, and that is the card front right there. Okay? So now we'll set that aside for just another second, but you know what I'm going to do while I've got this out? I'm going to color one of these medium ones. Looks like time for a new Mango Melody blend, eh? There we go. Okay, so that'll be getting all dry while we're doing the innards and the backards, the outers and the forwards and the fronts and the backs. And I'm going to use this plaid on some more Flirty Flamingo. Thanks, Karen. And so, did I do that? Is that what I did? Yeah. I like this plaid, don't you? And I really like the Granny Apple Green plaid that's in there. I had to think hard about which one I wanted to use. Maybe with the second set you could do, well, no, because I've already got the plaid. But you could do one with the same blueberry and the green. That would be pretty. Or with one of the strawberry images and the green. All right, there we go. And then we'll put that on here. And there's no upping and downing on this. It's just, you know, it's just a thing. It's just the way it is. However it is how it is. All right. Has anybody started counting how many times I say all right tonight? I noticed that I'm doing that a lot. I'm not even sure why. I guess it's better than Do you guys know what verbal pauses are? Blue plaid more than anything. I know, it's gorgeous, right? You know what verbal pauses are? It's when people say, When I taught at Squadron Officer School, we taught how to do briefings. Briefing skills was our thing. That was one of our things that we had to teach. And when I would get a student that would say a lot, I would start counting. And I'd make little tick marks on my notes, which was probably rude, but it's what they taught us. And when I got done, I would say, so do you know how many times you said the word I didn't say it any. Yes, you did. You said it 1 billion times. All right. A word whisker. There you go. A word whisker. Lori, you got auto-corrected. That's so funny because it says, would not have thought to put it with dirty flamingo. That's funny. Autocorrect is so funny. Okay, so I'm going to put, that was so sweet of you, and I'm going to try to make it kind of straight, maybe a little straight as I can make it. We're going to make it as straight as I can make it. Okay, that even got sort of straight. I'm happy with the straightness of that. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp some flowers. I'm going to stamp me some flowers, and I'm going to use one of the big ones because I feel like it was neglected. I'm going to just use one of the big ones here. And we'll fill it with its appropriately sized filler. Like that. And then now I'm going to put one up there because I just made a smudge. I didn't plan to have one up there, but now I'm gonna. There we go. And so we're just going to make it kind of trail down the side. Every card is different. Why? Because they're handmade. Go with that. Just own it. Own it. If you screw it up, own it. All right, we're going to stop messing with that while the messing's good. And then we'll put some fills in. It is actually pretty easy to see this because that image is pretty good there. All right. Quit while I'm ahead. Exactly. Never, if you keep going, it just gets worse. It just gets worse. But I need them up here too, so gonna have to take the chance. Take the chance. Hang it out for the art. You know, you have to suffer for your art, right? Isn't that what they say? They, I don't know who they is, but I'm pretty sure that's what they say. Is if you don't suffer for your art, are you really an artist? I don't think so. Okay. Whew. Made it through there. You know what? While I got that all out, I'm going to do my envelope. I've got little hanging chads everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. All right, let's see. Where are you, big flower? I'm not going to do as many as I did on my first one because I didn't like it. Didn't like it that much. Okay. All right. And then a few more little ones. A few more little ones. Probably an odd number of little ones because that seems like a right thing to do. That's what Martha Stewart would do, is decorate with odd numbers. And there we go. And then I'm going to put a leaf or two, just a little Heidi leaf, so that you can see that there's leaves everywhere. Everywhere has leaves. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. All right. Let's see. Where's that leaf? Where did that leaf go? Oh, leaf. Leaf. Where did you go, leaf? Oh, there's leaf. I see leaf. All right. And I'm just going to put him down here like that. And I might, because this went so far up here, put one like so. And then I think we'll go oh. There we go. And then maybe we'll bring one up right there. Okay. Whew. All right. Phew. All right, and then let's go ahead and put some over here. Gonna keep my envelope out of that stamped stuff. We'll put it like so. Okay. Whew. I had to get quiet so that I wouldn't screw it up. That's my new thing. If I'm trying to talk, apparently I'm going to make a mistake. That is the new thing, which is problematic when you're trying to do videos. You know, if you got to be able to talk. I'm just saying that's kind of like landing an airplane. You got to get close to the ground. When you do a video, you got to talk. All right. We're going to say that's close enough, because I don't want to screw that up any more than I've already done tonight. Okay. It's art, people. It's not perfection. If you want perfect, this isn't the spot. Okay. You know, on my sample, I hit every single one just right. But on this one, since I'm on the camera, I'm on TV, Mom. Yeah, missing it. Missing it by that much. We're going to say I meant to do that. Let's just go with that. Okay, there we go. Whew. Made it. I got out. I got out alive. I got out alive. Yes, the multitasking. I was going to have to give up breathing, and that's never good. I mean, you can do that for a while, but eventually it kind of starts to backfire on you. Just saying. All right, and we'll do a little liquid glue here on our dirty flirty flamingo. Give it a little push and bring our card in from where it has been resting quietly, waiting its turn. And I love, I know I said this already, but truly, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, and Shaded Spruce. Hello. And then add in some of that pretty blue, and oh yes, please. And that worked out pretty well. It lined up very nicely. And now I'm going to take that one single medium size rhinestone that I colored and put it right in the middle of the large flower there. And that is it for the card. I will put my envelope. Can send this card to your mom or me. It's cute. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's fun. I like it. It'll probably be in an ordering gift to someone. I try to send unsigned cards out to people so that they can send them on as part of my ordering gifts. So someone will probably get one of these cards. Just throwing it out there. Alrighty, and now I'm going to trim this off. See, I made sure that I made my leaves go up. If they had gone down, I probably wouldn't have stressed over it overly much. You know, later I might have cried in the bathtub or something over having put the leaves down instead of up. But at least they aren't sideways. Down would have been better than sideways for me. Okay, and there we go. Another Chad. Darn little Chads. Okay, what you think? It's a fun little fold, just 4 score lines, and you're ready to roll, and you have a card that fits right inside a regular A2 envelope. Pretty. Yay. All right, you guys, I appreciate you spending part of your weekend with me. Your last Saturday in January of 2021. There are less than 12 months to Christmas. Just saying. All right. Hope I'll see you on Thursday at 1 o'clock for my YouTube video, and we'll see what I've got up my sleeve then. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, y'all. Bye-bye.